Hey people, I got so many questions about this guitar, which is a signature John Scofield model and which is like a replica from an Ibanez AS200 and which is like a digital reproduction of the same guitar that John Scofield played. And I bought this guitar, I think like 2 years ago. I'm very happy with this guitar. I have been a little bit struggling with the weight of it. It weighs so much, but now I'm used to it and it's no problem at all anymore. It plays great and I just want to go over specific parts of the guitar and talk a little bit about them and just like, you know, let you know what I think about it. So it's a mahogany neck, right? So I think it feels a lot like a Gibson neck. It's also a glued in neck, right? No screws, so it's a set neck. And I like the feel of this neck. It's also a compound radius, which means as much that the neck up here is rounder, you know, and when it gets to here, it's getting flatter. So the specific numbers are very bad with numbers. 140 millimeters to 250 millimeters. And I think why is that? Because I think it's easier to play if the neck gets flatter. I don't feel that so much. I think it's really like a very small percentage that's moving here, but for me, it just like works very well. Scofield said about this guitar that it's like a hybrid of an arch top and like a solid body model, and I think that's so true. This type of guitar is super versatile. You can use it for jazz, but you can use it for funk and blues. You can use it for so many things, and that's also a reason why I always have been playing sort of ES335 copies of guitars. This guitar also had like a solid block inside to avoid feedback, and so you can play it at high volumes without feedback. Also the guitar, which is for me it's important, has 22 frets and the highest note is a D. And one of the reasons why I bought this guitar is, first of all, I wanted to have a guitar. You know, this is a brand new guitar that I just bought from a store, right? So it's not old or vintage, it's a vintage model, but it's a brand new guitar. And why did I buy a guitar like this is because I really wanted to have like a workhorse, like a guitar that I can completely rely on, especially when it comes to tuning. I had it set up, even so it was set up fine when I got it, but I'm always setting up all my guitars at the luthier. And I just really wanted to, you know, have the F wherever I play it, be the same F, right, the same hertz, because the longer you play, probably you know that the more accurate you want your guitar to sound. And sometimes older guitars are harder to tune. Talking about tuning, this guitar has this go-to tuners, right? And I know those tuners already because the Pepmetheny guitar that I play as well comes with the same tuners, which are, in my opinion, great tuners. The best tuners probably. They work like butter. They run very smooth, right? And they can, you know, just like keep any position, and you don't have this feeling that you sometimes have with older guitars that, you know, and then it only can stay in this position, but it can stay wherever you tune it. So the pickups, you know, pickups, I have been told, are the Super 58 humbuckers, and I think they are in most of those new models of the Ibanez guitars, right, in this series. And I always mostly play this big pickup here because it sounds really jazzy. Of course, you can switch between the pickups here, right? You have the treble, and you have the treble is here actually. You have the treble and the volume for the upper pickup and the volume for the lower pickup and the treble here, and then you can of course mix both pickups if you have it like this. Can you see it? You know, and then you could of course blend into sounds, which I practically never do. I always use just the bridge pickup, I guess it is. Not turning down the treble. I know that a lot of people always think if you want to play jazz you have to sort of mute the trebles a little bit. I just have them on completely both volumes most of the time, or close to the maximum volume, because that's my philosophy. I don't know if that's true anymore for this guitar, but my philosophy is to let everything that's in the guitar out, right? Sort of like the frequencies that get through the cable into the amp, they should get all out. And then I will just like adjust them later on. Because I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, that if I put those down a little bit, that it also sort of will change the sound a little bit that already comes out of your guitar, and then it sounds different in the amp. You tell me if that's true. So this is really important for me, the highest note, how it sounds and that it rings out. I also really like that it's a D and not a C or a C sharp. I think the low E string needs a little setup. And this guitar also has like a side mount jack input, right? Because many of those types of guitars have the jack input here, they have the jack pot here. And actually I like that better, but I think this is probably for, pragmatic reasons. Very much. I also have been playing the cheaper models, which are all really great. If you don't have the money at the moment to buy this guitar, which is really kind of expensive, and I think also you have to wait a little bit to get it because it's manufactured in Japan and you can really see there's a very much love for the details. There's no flaw on this guitar. That's sometimes something that I struggle with. I rather would have like a guitar that is already a little bit, you know, has some cracks, because it makes it for me more personal. I read that some guitar players, like, you know, age their guitars, or like spill some coffee on top of it, you know, on purpose, or, you know, whatever, do a little bit of a scratch into it. I can't do that. I can't do that, but just have to wait that I make my own, you know, mistakes over the turn of some years, and then we'll see how it looks then. And just like, you know, I always feel this guitar is so perfect that it's sometimes intimidating. I sometimes find new guitars intimidating. Found my Pat Metheny guitar also intimidating, because they're so freaking perfect. And I sometimes also like a guitar that comes with all the experience the guitar has made, sort of. And if you get a new guitar, you have to sort of, you know, it's like a horse. Or maybe like a relationship, but you have to put the life into the guitar, even so it's the most perfect thing. And I strongly believe if a guitar is being played a lot, that the wood sounds different and also the guitar feels different. But still, I have some time left, right? So we'll see how this guitar sounds in some decades. Hope this is helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions. Put them in the comments below, and I see you around. Bye.